Are we over skin tints? I'm not sure. You shouldn't even say the words near a person with dry skin, honestly. Not sure about that Miss Patmograph, but okay. Without adding... Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm so excited to finally be doing my 2021 beauty favorites. So this is all the products I was loving throughout 2021. There's quite a few. This video is going to be long. I'm sorry that it's so late. There's nothing I could do about it. Like, there were a lot of releases at the beginning of January. I wanted to get those videos up, and in my true fashion, I am late with this video. Hopefully you guys still find this entertaining. I love watching these kinds of videos. I love making them. But anyway, if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe, and let's get into this video. Oh, so I did want to mention that these are all products that were released this year. There's a couple that I know were not released this year, and there's a few that I'm not sure if they were or not, but whatever. I'm also not doing eyeshadow palettes in this video. I'm going to do eyeshadow palettes in my next video because it's just a lot of palettes and it would take up the majority of the video. So anyway, let's start in the order that I did my makeup today. We're gonna first start off with the Patrick Ta 4 Brows. I forgot to use this today for some reason. I don't know what it is. This is a brow wax and it's really nice because it keeps your brows in place all day without it making you feel hard or crunchy. That's the goal. I really do like this stuff a lot. In terms of an actual brow pen or pencil, whatever, I normally go for the Nyx brow pencil or the Benefit brow pencil on the daily because it's just easy and it's like one and done, whatever. But if I want to get a fluffy brow situation, I love this year the Nyx Lift and brow tint pen. This is really nice. I have the shade black. I really like the applicator here. It's very thin, so you can get those really small hair-like strokes. It's really nice and black without it being obviously too dark. It's not like an actual marker. It's more like a pen and you can lightly do your brows. This is great, and if you do your brows in the fluffy brow situation, I highly recommend it. I actually do have two brow gels to talk about. I have the Nyx the Brow Glue. I believe this also launched this year, but I'm not sure. This is a great affordable brow gel. It is kind of goopy though, so you have to be careful not to over apply it, but it really does stick your brows in place. It makes them feel a little harder than I would like, but it's still not too hard and crunchy and like, oh, you can't move your brows at all. Like, no, but it'll help keep the product in place all day, which is what you want in a brow gel. And it's not too uncomfortable, I promise you. But my favorite brow gel of the year is actually the Nude Sticks. What's it called? The Brow Boost and Set Gel XL. I really like this one. It's become my new favorite brow gel. This applicator is so much smaller. It really gets up in there and it really helps with the fluffy brow, but it also helps with a glam brow. Again, without it feeling too hard or crunchy, which is what you want in a brow gel. So I really like that brow. This is probably my tippy top favorite of the year for brows. I do have one primer to talk about. I don't think it launched this year, but I'm still going to talk about it because I used it a crap ton this year and I love it so much. This is the One Size Secure the Blur Primer. So this is a silicone based primer. It is a pore refining and blurring primer. It is so amazing. It really helps smooth out my skin before a foundation. I really like it a lot, and it's really lightweight. It doesn't like clog your pores and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I guess we'll call these primers, even though they're really like can be used as liquid highlights as well. I've been loving these two products, which are dupes for each other, honestly. This is Auric. It did launch this year. This is Samantha Ravindell's brand, and this is the Glow Lust. I have the shade Morganite, I believe. Yeah, this is the original Morganite. I do believe that she reformulated or she made it lighter, and I'm kind of glad I have this one because I think any lighter and I would have gone a little, it would have been too light for me, I think. I like to use this one I like to use more for like highlight, like liquid highlight, which is not what I used it for today. I actually like using it under foundation on the high points of my face. When I tend to use this in the same way I use this one, which is everywhere as a primer, it doesn't look as good for some reason. It's not as blurring. This is really blurring. Like somehow this has blurring properties in it. When I use it all over my face, I blend it in with a sponge. I go in before foundation with this as like a primer type thing. It helps illuminate my skin, but it also blurs somehow. Like it has smoothing properties. It looks really, really nice. But my favorite way to use this is as a liquid highlight, either before or after foundation. It just gives a really nice overall glow to the skin and I love it. Okay, for foundation, let's start with the skin tints, and these are actually dupes for each other. I have the Milani skin tint. This is really, really nice. If you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, I do not recommend this. It really makes you really, really glowy. It's very hydrating on the skin. It is for those summer days where you don't want to wear that much foundation, and it's amazing. But the dupe for it, the higher end dupe, is the Urban Decay Hydromaniac. This is probably my favorite skin tint of the year. Are we over skin tints? I'm not sure. In the summer, I really go for a lightweight foundation, so this is really nice. Again, very hydrating on the skin. If you have dry skin, I like highly recommend them for summer. They're both really long lasting, but I would say the Urban Decay one is more long lasting. This one, it tends to fade a little bit more quickly. I really like the Morphe Glow Stunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. Again, I would not recommend this if you have oily skin. It is very, very lightweight, but it has a dewy finish. Like, this is one that I will use in the summer constantly. It's a very nice light coverage, but it covers everything. It just evens out the skin tone and leaves you looking really nice and dewy. And it just is a really beautiful dewy finish. Obviously, I'm also going to say that I love the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. This is like the foundation counterpart of the one that I just talked about, the Skin Tint. It is really, really nice. It just gives you a more full coverage. I would say it's a really nice natural finish on the skin. So not too dewy, not too matte. It's really long lasting. The formula is really, really nice. I do have dedicated reviews on most of the products I'm talking about though. So if you, I'll try to have them linked in the description. Okay, I want to talk about this other foundation. I know it didn't release this year. I'm pretty sure it didn't, right? I don't think it did. Anyway, this is the Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation. So this brightens, smooths, firms, hydrates, and evens out. It is a great medium coverage foundation. I would say I really like this one a lot. I really like it on my skin. This is not the one I'm wearing today though, but I really do enjoy it. I love Makeup Forever foundations. I don't think they can do me wrong, honestly. Really, really great products. And then this year I also discovered the brand LYS, which I am obsessed with. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. So this has hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. This is a really similar foundation to this one at a fraction of the price. I wouldn't say it's drugstore price because you can find this at Sephora, but it's very affordable for Sephora. It's really, really nice. This is the foundation on my skin today. It is a little too dark. I had to blend it down my neck. Really nice medium coverage as well. Really nice like glowy finish. I would say this one's more dewy than the Reboot, but really, really nice foundations anyway. And I have a powder foundation favorite. Oh my gosh, this is also a powder favorite, not just a powder foundation because I have used this over foundation, but I do enjoy this as a powder foundation, which if you know me, I have dry skin and powder foundation just shouldn't even, like, you shouldn't even say the words near a person with dry skin, honestly. This is great. This is the one size, turn up the base, versatile foundation powder. So you can use this again, like I said, a powder foundation or just a setting powder. So I have the shade Light 2N. Works really well for me. It is seriously the most blurring powder in the world. Like if I'm using a liquid foundation that is not doing me any favors in the smoothing department, like I need more smoothing, I will use this and it smooths out my skin. I highly recommend it if you have texture, if you need smoothing. It gives your skin a really natural blurred effect. Really, really like this. This might be my top product of the year, honestly. A really, really light coverage concealer that I've been loving is the Milk Makeup. This is the under eye, the Sunshine Under Eye Tint and Brighten. So I did use this more recently in like toward the end of the year. I know that I love this and I know that I'm gonna love it a lot for the summer. So they did send this over to me. But the product itself is really interesting because it's got a little roller ball, but it feels, oh, it feels cooling on the under eyes too. It is not drying whatsoever. It is a natural finish, a nice light coverage just to even out everything on the under eyes, and it does brighten really, really nicely. And then again, it dries down into a nice natural finish. Another concealer didn't launch this year, but I first discovered it this year is the Armani Luminous Concealer. I knew I loved the foundation. I just never tried the concealer. It's the concealer I'm wearing today. It is like a nice medium coverage. I like to use this on days that I don't want to like crap ton of product on my under eyes. It's not heavy at all on the under eyes. It is very lightweight and it smooths everything out. It just kind of evens out your under eyes. It doesn't add too much coverage, but it adds enough that you don't have, it doesn't sink into the fine lines. You don't have your under eye circles and everything looks amazing. And another concealer favorite is the one size. This is the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I really like this one. It is a nice full coverage though. I would say it's also a natural concealer, so it's not matte and it's obviously not dewy. I would say the Armani one, I do have to set it because it's a little bit more dewy. Not in a bad way though, because you don't want a concealer to be dewy. Like that's kind of weird, but no, this is a little bit more matte, but I wouldn't say it's drying at all. It's like natural. So it gives your under eyes a very nice like airbrushed look. It is very smoothing as well. It doesn't sink into my fine lines and it just covers everything up. I have a couple of setting powder favorites. The first I know did not launch this year. So this one is the Patmograph, what is it called? The Blurring Under Eye Powder. Holy crap, if you have texture under your eyes, if you're afraid your fine lines are going to show, you need this in your life. This sets everything so amazingly. It is really smoothing. Today I use this to set my entire concealer area. So I also put concealer down the middle of my face, the center of my face, and it does a really great job. It doesn't emphasize anything. It looks great. I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this one first. This is the one size ultimate setting powder and I have a small version here, but let me tell you, I've used a lot of this and probably when I run out of this, I'll just get the bigger size because I really like it a lot. I actually did bake with this one today and then I cleared it out with the Patmograph. But what I do is I go in and I bake with this and I smooth it out with my blender, my beauty blender, and then I go in with the Patmograph to like kind of clear everything out. It makes my under eyes look so good. My concealer is set. It is not moving anywhere for the entire day. It's amazing. This is from the Jaclyn Cosmetics Cosmetics Prep, Set and Bake Set, whatever it's called, whatever collection. Anyway, this is the translucent setting powder. This is the pressed setting powder. I liked this the most from that collection. It really blurred my under eyes a lot. It really just sets your under eyes very well without emphasizing anything, and it smooths everything out. It looks really, really nice. This is my favorite thing in the world though. This is my Dior Powder No Powder. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is the shade 1N. I like to use this when I use only cream products on my face, just over the cream product areas, because it really sets everything nicely without adding... Oh my god, it fell out of the pan, but it didn't break. It didn't break. Crap, what just happened? Okay, we're saved. You know, I need to stop waving things around because this is not the first time that this happens. Just don't wave things around anymore, man. You can't break on me because you are literally my favorite thing in the world, okay? I need you to last. I'm getting a little bit of hard pan in it. Look at that. I think that's hard pan, right? I like this for when I use cream products, and they just need to be set so they can last a little longer. Like, I really set my face when I use cream products. Like, I will use a powder over top, and this is the powder for it because it's not going to add any coverage, but it's going to smooth everything out while setting everything into place so it'll last all day. This is an amazing powder. Please don't break on me. Oh my gosh, that was so scary. I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. Like, I would cry if it broke, and like, I'm surprised I haven't hit pan. Honestly, I use it almost every day. Okay, we're gonna move on to bronzers now. So okay. Bougie, talking about bougie. This is the Gucci bronzer. I don't know if I launched this year, but I did buy it this year, and oh my god, this is bougie. Look at the pack. Like, it comes with a pouch, the packaging. This is a component that will be valuable in like 100 years. So I'm keeping this forever, even when I run out, because I will run out. And it's a little too warm tone for my liking, but I like this as a bronzer, not as a contour. So I wouldn't like chisel out my cheekbones with this, but just give her like an overall bronzed effect. It's a really nice formula. It's smooth. It blends out easily. It doesn't fade throughout the day. It's what I have on my cheeks today. I only did a bronzer and a blush today. I'm not gonna go out and tell you spend this kind of money on a bronzer because that's ridiculous. Like, it's a ridiculous price point for this bronzer because it's Gucci, but it's so bougie. And if you are looking for any bronzer and you can afford it, I recommend this one because it's really nice. Okay, and then the other bronzer I have is from Kylie Cosmetics. I have the shade Almond here. This is the pressed bronzing powder. This is from her reformulated line, and I really like this bronzer a lot. I would contour with this probably. So what I like about this though is the formula. It really blends out so easily. I was seriously immediately impressed when I tried this when I did my rebrand video, which I'll have up in the eye so you can watch it. This is a really nice bronzer. It blends out so easily. It doesn't look muddy on the face, and it's long lasting as well. I was really impressed with this. Another bronzer that is definitely a favorite from the year is the Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is the shade medium. It is almost like a putty consistency. It's like a really soft powder. It's a bronzer. I would not contour with this one either. It's very warm tone, but it blends out with ease. It is a really nice bronzer, and it's not too expensive. I don't love the packaging. It's plastic, but I can get past that. The formula is really nice. The amount of blushes I have is ridiculous, specifically cream blushes. I obviously love this Patrick Ta blush palette. I am so sad because I dropped it the other day. The little door that covers the cream blushes became unhinged. I did use it today. I used this one over here, which I hardly ever use, but I thought it would match my eye look a little bit better. I'm not sure that this is in stock anymore, but it was obviously a lot of people's favorites because it was always in and out of stock. I picked it up right when it launched because I knew I was gonna love it. I was a fan of the duos of the same type of thing with the cream blush and the powder blush. Very emollient, and they blend with ease though. They're just like, they melt into the skin. It's beautiful. You do have to be careful though because they are very pigmented, but I would say the powders are more pigmented. Like, the first time I used the powder, I was like, holy crap, what did I do? Really like this palette. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it because I'm not sure he's gonna bring it back. I think he should make it part of the permanent line. I love the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. This is the shade Grateful. I like this red blush. I love it for the summer. Just look at that. Who doesn't love a blush this color? It is a gorgeous orange red blush. Oh my gosh. It makes me long for summer, honestly. It is very pigmented. Like, a little bit goes a long way. Like, this tube will last you an eternity because yeah, you just need a very little bit. Like, if you apply that much on your cheek, you're gonna look like a clown. Look at how easily that blends out. Milani makes really great cream blushes, whether they are this little stick formula or this formula. If you're looking for a good cream blush at the drugstore, so you could save a buck. These are amazing. So I would say this is a little harder to work with because it's a stick formula. It's going to be harder to blend out, but it's not hard to blend out. It's not hard. Don't get me wrong. These are a little more emollient, so you'll have an easier time blending them out. They're really, really soft to the touch. I like this shade. This is the shade Nude Kiss. I believe I have a few more of these though. These aren't the only ones I have, but this is the one that I like to use on, like, if I'm doing an everyday makeup look. It's gorgeous. I love them all. They're great. I was not expecting to be as impressed as I was with this one. This is the Tarte Cream Blush in the shade Peach Sunset. I was immediately impressed with this one. I would say this is not as emollient as the Milani blushes. It'll still blend out really nicely, but it'll be a little more long lasting because it's not as emollient. I love it. I immediately fell in love with this when I use it, and I love that they sell the smaller version of this. I think they have a few shades that are in the small version though. And I've also been loving the Melt Cream Blush Lights. This is not my favorite shade. This is Golden Hour. I think this is the one that came in my mystery box. Yeah, I think it is. Sandy Cheeks is the one that I bought because I love me a good like burnt orange blush. This is so emollient, so emollient. So it's very, very like creamy, but it blends with ease. Very pigmented, but not too pigmented. Not as pigmented as I would say the Patrick Ta's either. Like the Patrick Ta, you have to be really careful, but it just blends out so easily. It's the most gorgeous shade. My favorite formula is the LYS. This is the Satin Matte Cream Blush. I want more of these. I love this one so, so much. It's a great everyday shade. This is the shade Self Love. Like, look at that shade. It's a perfect everyday shade. It is not as emollient, but I don't know. I think this one, that's what makes it a little bit longer lasting. Like, it just blends out so easily and it's gorgeous. I would say out of all the cream blushes I talked about, this one is the most long lasting. It is beautiful and I love it. Of course, you know I'm going to talk about the Patmograph Divine blushes. These are so nice. I think they're really long lasting on the skin. They blend with ease. This is the perfect everyday shade and I really like it. And I love, love, love the blush trios. So it comes with 2 blushes and then the Divine Glow highlighter, which I really like and I'm going to talk about next actually. We have these from Kylie Cosmetics. I love these. It's called the Signature Ombre Blushers. I love the ombre effect that it gives because you can go kind of one end if you want to stay more toward this color or this end, whatever, or you can mix it and it's really, really pretty. I love this one for summer. I love me a good orange blush. You should know this by now. This is a really nice everyday blush and I love that you can get over here and kind of get some of that, or you can just like mix it all in. Don't go in too heavy-handed because yes, I mean, it kind of, you have a more hard time blending than other blushes, but I just love the imprint on them and I think they're really great quality and they're very long lasting on the cheeks as well. Look at the imprint. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the Kylie blushes, the new ones from her reformulation. This is the shade Winter Kiss. This is a gorgeous baby doll pink. I actually have another one as well. That one's more of a really nice everyday shade. It's the one that I originally bought. It's a really nice blush formula in general. It is not too pigmented and it blends out easily. I like blushes that are not too pigmented because you don't go overboard really easily. You kind of have to build them up. It's not like that either. Like I would say there's like a happy medium and this is it. Of course, I love this blush palette. This is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Rouge Romance palette. This is the more warm tone palette. I've been using this like crazy. I love that you get so many options. I love this blush formula as well. Very pigmented, so you have to take a light hand, but they do blend out with ease and it's great and they are very long lasting. I love them so much. I love the variety of colors you get in here. I'm almost tempted to get the cooler tone version of this. Okay, so we have a couple of highlighters. Let's start with the indie brand. This is from Kaleidos. This is called the Space Age Prophecy. As you can see, it has a gorgeous duochrome. It's what I'm wearing on my skin today. It is gorgeous. I love this. It's a very soft highlighter and it does have a little bit of chunky glitter in there. Like you see the chunks kind of. I love the duochrome it gives. I think it's gorgeous. It's also really long lasting. I don't think this came out this year, but I'm still going to talk about it. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a Hollywood Superstar Glow highlighter. This is a gorgeous everyday highlighter. It is so buttery and smooth. It is a very pretty champagne shade. I love it. It's buttery and it just blends out so pretty. It looks super natural on the skin, but it's also really, really blinding in your face. You can kind of do both of them. It's really, really pretty and I love it. I actually have 2 Patmograph highlighters. The first is Divine Glow that I've been talking about. This is also the one that's found in the blush palettes. Actually, I didn't bring out the blush palette, but that would be in my favorites too. It's the same thing, you know. The blush formula is really nice across the board. This is a gorgeous highlighter. It's probably my favorite highlighter of all time. Besides this one, the thing is this one, I have to be in the mood to wear it because it has that shift. It has that duochrome. I'm not going to wear this like, I don't know, every single day, but this is gorgeous. This is so smooth. Oh my gosh. It's smoother than Charlotte Tilbury, but they're just different. It just gives a really nice sheen on the cheekbones. It is so pretty. This is my go-to highlighter on a daily basis, but it is kind of bam in your face. You have to take a light hand if you want like more of a lighter coverage, if you don't want it to be so bam in your face. This highlighter, oh my gosh. This is the, okay, what is it called? The Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter. This is Lunar Nude. I don't want to rub off the imprint, but it's so pretty. It is so pretty. This is the most luxury highlighter I've ever tried in my life. It's a little bit lighter than the Divine Glow. This is a crazy price point for a highlighter, but I love it so much. And I would pay it, honestly, if you're a Pat McGrath fan and you don't have it. I recommend getting it. I have a couple of setting spray favorites, and I actually love using them together. This is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I got this idea from my friend Amanda Rose. We did a collaboration together back in September. And this is the way she sets her makeup. She uses the Luminous setting spray as like to make her skin luminous type thing. And then she goes in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray for longevity. And I've been doing that ever since that video, and it looks so good. Everything looks flawless. This actually makes your skin look really, really luminous. It makes your skin just have an overall really nice glow, and it's super pretty, and I love it. It's affordable, and I love the smell, by the way. The scent is really nice. This, I'm pretty sure, was in my last year favorites. I bought like a billion bottles of these. This is the longest lasting setting spray ever if you want your makeup to last. I would use this on brides. I have used this on brides, actually. I have one in my kit because it's so long lasting. It's amazing. The only thing I hate is the scent. I'm pretty sure that was in my last year favorite, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But this is a newer favorite. I don't think it's new on the market by any means, but I really like it. I also have a lip combo from Amanda Rose. Oh my gosh, she's genius for this. Now she first goes in with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. Now I'm not sure what I did with mine, but whatever. I used my Pat McGrath contour lip liner. Look at how much I have left. That's how much I love it. Okay, it's very similar to Iconic Nude. I would say it's a little darker, more warm tone. Sorry, more cool toned. Iconic Nude's a little bit more warm tone. But then she goes in with the KKW lipstick, which I actually used to hate. I love this lip combo, and I've been rocking it nonstop since. Anyway, this is the shade 1.5. It creates this insane ombre effect. I don't think I would wear this one by itself because it's such a scary, like, light shade. Then I'm not done with the lip combo. Then she goes in with the Juvia's Place Cola lip liner. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's a twist up. I prefer a sharpenable pencil, whether it's wood tip or not, whatever. This is a really deep brown shade, so it contours. Like, I basically just take it on the corners to give my lips dimension. You thought I was done with the lip combo? I'm not. She adds a gloss as well. This is from Soap and Glory. This is the Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss in the shade Rose and Shine. I think this is a lip plumper. It feels a little tingly when you put it on. It's a really nice neutral pink shade, and just adding it makes your lips look a little bit more full. It smells so good. It's not too sticky or gluey. It just adds a really nice shine and volume to the lips. So I love that combo so much. Although I do have a few more lip products individually to talk about. First is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Longwear Lipstick in the shade. This is Cinnamon Bun. This came out with their cinnamon collection. If you want a matte lipstick, this is for you because it's not drying. This is the perfect everyday lipstick, by the way. Like, look at that shade. It is perfect for everyday. I love me a good like nudish brown shade for every day. That's just me, and I love the formula. I'm telling you, this is so long lasting. Like, you don't even feel it on your lips as well. It's very lightweight and it does not budge. It is mask proof. It doesn't feel drying. It's amazing. I love it. And another one that I love this year is from Kylie Cosmetics as well. I like her reformulated lip kits. I even like the lip liner, which I have somewhere, but I'm not going to show you. I like the lip liner. It's a really nice, it's compared to ColourPop, but very similar consistency and formula, but it's not the same thing. This is another great everyday nude. Also very lightweight. It's more of a pinky tone. It's a great formula as well. Very lightweight, and it's long lasting on the lips. It doesn't feel drying as well. I think she really upped her quality from in the rebrand in terms of that. There was only one thing I didn't like in her. Well, two things. The eyeshadows are horrible. Not great. I don't like them at all. Now, if you're looking for a normal lipstick, I really like the revamped Urban Decay ones. These are, what are they called? Vice lipsticks, I want to say. The only thing I don't love about them is the packaging seems cheap. I wish it would be like sometimes I put it in and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going. Like, if it was magnetic, I would love it a little bit more. Anyway, this is the shade Liar, and I've been using it a lot lately. It is a gorgeous everyday nude as well. Very, very nice on the lips, comfortable. This one is actually a cream formula, but they do have different formulas, and I just love their revamped. I'm not really sure what they did differently. I don't think I actually ever tried Urban Decay lipsticks before this, and it's a really nice creamy formula. And they also have mattes. They also have lusters, I think, or like shines. They call them shines, so they're just a little bit more comfortable on the lips, and like they look shiny. The mattes are okay as well. They're very creamy, but they actually do dry down. They're not like a liquid lipstick. Like, you're not gonna get a liquid lipstick type feel with a regular lipstick. It's just never gonna happen. But I do really like the formula. This one in particular though has been my favorite because it's a nice everyday nude. I have a lip oil. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics as well. I really like this. I have to be honest though, I don't understand the difference between a lip oil and a lip gloss. I don't, because this is very, very gloss like. So it is very goopy and thick, exactly what I love in a gloss. It makes your lips look really juicy and full. It also smells really good. I like the paddle applicator. It's very fat and thick, and I love it. And I've been using this like all the time. Actually, I don't think they sell these anymore. They were limited edition. She should put these part of her permanent line. And then we have a couple of mascaras. This one's obvious. This is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This is really, really nice. This went viral on TikTok, I think the beginning of the year. I like the plastic applicator. It separates your lashes. It really lengthens them. I wouldn't say it gives you too much volume. Just the nature of the applicator itself will really lengthen. I've been loving this one. This one's the Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara. This also has a plastic applicator. It's a little thicker. This one will give you volume. Actually, I like using those two together, and they're really, really nice. And then the Rare Beauty Mascara. Oh my god, this is so good. This is really volumizing as well. This has been my favorite since they sent it over to me. I think this is the trifecta. So it does lengthen, volumize, and what's missing is separate as well. This is not a plastic applicator though, so it's not going to separate as much as the other ones because of the bristles. In the other ones, it's like plastic. It's like pointy and it stabs you in the eyeball a little bit, but it really separates your lashes. This one doesn't really separate your lashes as much, but it's still really nice and volumizing, and it's really, really black, and I feel like I don't need more than one coat with this. Okay, the last category we have, and then I promise you we're done, is perfume. I only have two, even though I've tried a bunch of perfumes this year. Fragrances are my weakness. The Kylie Pink Pepper. This one came out, I think, toward the springtime at the beginning of the year. I love this so much. I knew I was gonna love it though because I love pink pepper. This is such a, oh my gosh. Every time I smell it, I just think of this one memory of the year, and it makes me so happy. I love it so, so much. I'll leave the notes up on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head where they are right now. But oh my gosh, it's so long lasting too. And I love layering with this one with the Kylie Vanilla, which is another favorite of mine in my collection. The Fenty one is also so good. So this one, it smells more musky. It is a unisex fragrance. It is gonna have more of that woodsy, musky scent to it, but it also, I feel like, has a really nice sweet undertone. Like, it dries down a little bit more sweet than when you first originally spray it. Let me know what your favorite item from 2021 is, your favorite beauty product. I would love to know. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so, so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. But if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe. But if you're this is a truffle. This is another concealer that didn't launch today. It's the today. And I've also been, and this year, and anyway, this is from the Jaclyn Cosmetics. Yep. Okay, and then the other and then uses is the Luminescent.